Okay, let's get started putting all the mats on the pages that we just did. And I've already started picking out a few, and I've already ran a couple through my printer. So I cut my 12 by 12 down to 8.5 by 11, and I've already printed off these two. But I wanted to show you something real quick. I mentioned this in either earlier in the video or in another video, but I want this Santa to be right here on this page. Okay, well, where's my thingy? There it is. The mat for that page is right here. Well, it would be really hard for me to cut this down to 8.5 by 11 to make sure that it was exactly where I wanted it to be. I mean, it's close. It would probably work, right? It would work, but I wanted to show you. I'm going to take this template that I've got temporarily stuck down to that plastic sleeve there. I'm going to move this out of the way. And all I'm going to do is lay it down exactly where I want it. You don't even have to run it through your printer. Just lay it down and trace around it. And it's just as, you need to be careful depending on what type of adhesive you put on there. And I'm going to stick this back onto my plastic sleeve. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to trim it right out. And it should be a perfect fit. So you can do that. Remember that you can do that with anything in the template if you don't want to run it through your printer. Or if you don't have a printer, you can have them printed at like an Office Depot place, and then you can cut all your templates out and then you can trace them. So that is going to go right there on top of that. See, it fits it just perfect. So I am going to trim these other two out real quick, ink them up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I've got them all inked up, and don't forget to keep your scraps. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab my scrap holder. Think of a good name for me, okay, you guys? Leave me a comment below and think of a good name. So remember, these are removable. So I'm going to take this one out because this one is the paper line that I'm using. And I'm going to take these two out. These are already pre-printed, pre-cut kind of things, and so are those. And then here is a whole bunch of scraps left over. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these in here so they don't get accidentally thrown away, because that stuff can be used. Okay, now let me move this one out of the way. Alright, move those where I can reach them. Okay, so I've got these all inked up, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Beacon, well, maybe, Fabri-Tac, my favorite, and I'm going to attach these down. You could have left it like this and just embellished it a little bit. That would have been pretty too, because of the pretty polka dots. I don't know, I just thought, you know, the polka dots and the stripes were very Christmassy. I don't know why, I just liked it. Alright, so you see how perfectly that mats that? You could, of course, printed this pocket flap directly onto your pattern paper. You do not have to do it this way. There's so many options, it's just ridiculous. And then I'm going to put this one on the cover pocket right there. I don't know, maybe I should have picked a different color besides pink, but I liked it. I liked the roses in the bottom corner. Okay, and I'm just going to stick that down. Ooh, that fell down. Just like that. And then this one goes right here. So I'm going to put some glue on that. Alright, let me pull this in the center here. Remember those two magnets there? This is going to cover them right up. You won't even realize they're there. Well, you might, but who cares? I can take this little Post-it note off now. Well, maybe. So it goes just like that. See, that's how quickly we can cover these things with mats. Okay, so in the instructions it tells you that this flap can be covered with the 3.5 by 12 large cutoff pieces. That's what I refer to them as, large cutoff pieces. So I'm going to grab my pouch here that I made using my We Are Memory Keepers fuse tool, and I've got all these cut off pieces. So I'm just going to go through here and see what I like. That might be pretty. Not that one because it's on that page right there. There's the Santa Claus. No. These are all from the other pages that I've made. Ooh, there's that gray. Well, you know, we have two sides that we're gonna have to do. Maybe that's too much polka dot. I like that one. Okay, so I've made my two choices there for that. But before I go on, I want to see if I got a matching piece for this right here. And I think I already do. I have a mat for page 11, which is what that is. I think if I cut it right, then I can put it here and here maybe. Or maybe just here. We'll see. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Now in the add-on templates, there is a template for this piece, that flap. So what I did was I went to that page that that piece is on, and I added it right here so that I have it with me, or I know exactly which one it goes to. And I also, since it prints out just like this, with the black writing and everything, it says page 15 matte template, use large cutoff piece. So basically, all you want to do is line it up like that and trace it. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me move some stuff out of the way. If I didn't have this camera and lights and all this stuff, it wouldn't be near as crowded on my station here, or my workspace. I'm just going to run a line. I'm going to line these two up together, just like that, and I'm going to make one cut. So, I hope I got off the line a little bit. So it should fit just perfect. And it does. Okay. Ta-da! Alright. So those two are cut for that, and then I need to keep these pieces because they might fit a label or a tag or something, another flip page. And I know they're 3.5 inches one way at least. Alright, so now I need to cut this one down to size. So you might have to do some measuring. I'm going to do this upside down. Not a whole lot. So I'm going to cut that at 3 inches this way. Oops, I need to make sure I've got it up right. 3 inches this way. So now I need to decide if I want to mat both here and here. I mean, it looks kind of cool that way because there'll be an insert. I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna ink all these edges, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. I got everything inked up. I'm just gonna go ahead and start gluing it down. I'm gonna start with this piece. I'm gonna use the Fabri-Tac again. You really don't need that much glue. I probably say that in every video. I don't think there's an up and down on the snowflakes. There could be. I don't think so. You just want to make sure you get around that magnet. If you put one, I just want to make sure I get around that magnet. How about that? I think I'm going to go ahead and add this. Should I worry about lining it up? Or no, it's not going to matter. So I just want to carefully slide it in there. Just like that. Perfect. Then this one goes on the inside here. which again, I could leave just like that if I wanted to, because of the polka dots. But I like to, this one I've matted just about, not everything, but I just wanted to show you how easy your cut off pieces and your scraps can be used. And things were designed specifically for those things. So, waste not, want not. Alright, let's see if it's still magnetized. It is. That makes me happy. Alright, let's see what's next. Now we need to, the same size, that's the same size as this mat, we need to put here. Now I could do 2 photo mats because there is a template that it splits it up into 2 photo mats for there. I don't know, let me find some paper and I will be back. Okay, so I picked out the papers I wanted, I ran them through my printer and I inked them up, trimmed them out, inked them up. So here's what I'm thinking, I'm going to put that there, and I'll put that there. I like it. I do. So I'm going to glue it down. Oh, you never know, I may end up putting a belly band or something on there. You never know. It just comes together so quick, especially if you do like your base, your foundation, you know, like all the white cardstock that I did. You know, where I did the main base and the flips and the flaps and the pockets and the all of that. You do all that and then come back and add your pattern paper. It just goes so fast. And what I love about it is I think there's endless possibilities. I mean, endless of stuff that you, different ways you can use it. And I can't wait to see how everybody uses their printable. And if you make a video or you post pictures on something, tag me in it so I can see. I can't always find your stuff. So if I've liked your video, then I've seen it. Remember that. Okay, so look at there. We got all that done. And then I don't have the insert yet. So then let's do this part. This thing right here. Now you can either print it out on the printer or lay it down and trace it. So I'm going to pick out some papers for this and I'll be back. Okay, so I've picked out my papers and I printed them out. I wanted you to see the front and back mats for those fancy flip out pages, what they look like when they print out. It's pretty cool. So this is going to be the front, so it'll be perfectly aligned, you know, side by side. So it'll be like a continuous piece, and then there's the inside, and then here's the base mat, or the mat for the base mat. Oh wait a minute, I gotta cut this out. When I go to cut these out, I try to cut big chunks of whatever pattern paper there is off first, so those can be used for embellishments and stuff. So I don't necessarily put them all up at one time, or each time I make a slice, I don't put them up in their sleeves. But I do make separate piles, so that way I don't get them confused with other stuff. If that made any sense at all. I don't know. So you just want to go do all the straight edges like that. And it won't even hurt. Oh wait a minute, I better cut that one off. It won't even hurt to cut them apart because they're mats. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim this one out. Alrighty, I'm going to cut this excess off, and I'm going to put this in the pouch that's got the stuff that hasn't been used yet. And discard those. Might as well go ahead and trim this bottom out before I cut them in half. And then you can cut them in half if you want to. You can do it whichever way you want. So I'm going to finish trimming this set out, and then I will be back. Okay, I've got them all cut out and inked. I think what I'm going to do is, remember how we put the magnets back here? Well, you can still, it still is magnetized on the other side, right here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to leave that kind of loose, and I'm going to attach this down right here. I'm just going to take the glue around it. Let me do that real quick. If I can find my glue. Oh, there it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, glue around it a little bit, and then I'm going to go around the edges of this. I'm going to attach this down right here. Make sure that's still going to magnetize. Yep. So when I put my little closure on here, whether it's one of those little ornaments or not, I'm going to attach that magnet to it, and then that way it'll stay closed. Alright, whoops. Better make sure the glue's not seeping out first. Alright, let's go ahead and put the inside ones on. See how they fit just perfect in there. So I'm going to get my glue. Oh, it's going to drop off the table. Okay. It just makes it look so fancy. These little touches, I think anyway. You guys may think I've lost my mind. And with this template, it's just so easy. So I'm going to replace that magnet one more time. So when I put this template on, or this mat on, it will, oh no, that's going on the, wrong. I had a big glob, I might as well go ahead and use it. That's going on the ornament, not the, boy. I'm glad I caught that, or I'd have had a waste of an extra magnet there. I didn't even trim that out very good, but it looks good, you can't even tell. I love it, I love it, I love it. Just like that. So now, we've got, I may even end up putting like a belly band in here or something. Let me see what I got for a closure. I've got all these things. All these cute little ornaments. Don't let me lose my magnet. I've even got this cute banner. Oh no, that's a piece. That's a tag. That's not a banner, it's a tag. Some extra pieces, some ho 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 banners. I'm thinking maybe I'll do some ornaments like this. Alright, so these, the back of these needs to be inked. Oh, these I stamped with the stamp set that, that matches the paper collection. I'm going to have to put one behind there if I'm going to put a magnet on there. Oh, wrong way, ding dong. And then why can't I ink and talk at the same time? Well, that's just silly. That's funny, actually. What was I even talking about? Golly. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, I stamped the image using the stamp set. And then I used, grabbing it, Versamark watermark ink pad, and then I embossed it with Stampendous Vintage Aged Silver Embossing Enamel. Looks pretty cool. So that's how I did the ornaments. After all of that, I'm trying to, where is that? There it is. Well, maybe it'll be okay. Come here. Which way? I'm going to use another piece of strong double-sided tape here. Just a little smidge. And stick that on the back there. And then I think I'm going to have to put some foam tape right there. Yep. Alright, let me remove this. This is kind of how I work in normal circumstances. It's a little ridiculous sometimes. Just like that. So I'm going to flip this to the right side, and I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape. I don't know who it belongs, who made it. So it needs to go right here. Because the magnet itself adds about 1/8 of an inch, or just shy of 1/8 of an inch or something. And that's about what the thickness of this foam tape is. You could use pop dots or whatever. This is just what's on my workspace right now. Alright, so let me find the magnet. There we go. Foam taped it down. Now I just need to remember where I placed these and where I want to place them. No, I think I was supposed to put it under here. Come on, lift up. Wow, Jen, you weren't paying lick of attention. Yeah, that looks good. That way there's space over here and over here for pictures and stuff. So I'm going to sneak some glue up under there. It really doesn't need that much. Whoa, did you see that? Okay, so now, if I did it right, we should have a closure. We do! Yay! Go me, go me. Alright, so we got most of the main mats done. Now, we've got that closure on, using that magnet there and another magnet there. I love it. It looks fantastic. Alright, let me see what we need to do next and I'll be back. Okay, so I printed off an insert for this side, the small flat pocket right here. So for now I'm just going to put that in there. Whoa, yeah. And then I printed off an envelope that I'm going to do all the matting to go in this, oops, you can't see, to go into this little flat pocket right there. And then printed off an insert for the side pocket over here. At least I'm pretty sure I printed the right one. I wrote all of my directions down onto my template just like I tell you to do. So so this, I'm going to go ahead and I printed off the mats that are going to go on here. Since I printed it plain, I printed off two. And then I printed off the inserts that go inside of this envelope. So I'm going to trim the rest of these out and I'll be back. Okay, I got all those cut out and I already matted this insert for the pocket on the cover. So I'm going to put that right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the add-on templates for this envelope to mat this. I broke my nail during that break. Let me grab my templates and I'll be right back. Okay, so I grabbed my templates that are an add-on. They are not included in the printable kit. And they don't look like this. They're a little bit different. This is before I knew I was gonna offer them to you guys. So it's the same thing, it just doesn't look exactly like this. So this is to mat this envelope. So I keep it in my glassine bag, that way I don't get it lost or anything like that. So I am going to, I got all my scraps I got the big scraps, and then I've got the ones that are cut off from the 12 by 12. So I guess I'm just going to start looking to see what I got here. I know I have a bigger scrap. I just had it. I just used it to trace something out on it. I'll find it. I know I will. Here it is. See, I like this right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this on here and I'm going to trace it. It's easier said than done, right? Remember, these mats are an add-on. Just cut it out with your scissors. Wow. I'm going to use that again for another part of the envelope. And then this piece will go right here, just like that. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and ink it and attach it so it doesn't get lost. Sounds like something I would do. Make sure I've got it right way up. Okay. Alright, so then now we're going to work on these two, the rest of these pieces. I'm going to put this one back in the bag so it doesn't get lost. And then, let's see, maybe I'll line the inside of the envelope with that same paper. That's what I'll do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I'm going to take this one. Whoa. Yep. And then I'm going to line the this part of the envelope as well, and I'm going to use that template, which is the one that's supposed to be right here. So first I'm going to do that template. Let me find an edge here. Let's do this edge. So remember, this is going to line the inside. Whoa. It doesn't have to be precise. And then I'm going to lay this right there on top of it so that it's matching. Whoops. Try to not go over top of your template like that. Let me cut this off. So you want to cut right inside that line if you can. If you can't, that's okay. It's not a crucial thing. And then let me get this right here. And that one you have to go right on the line. Okay, let me move some of these out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and ink that. Let me make sure they fit. That one's going right there. Yeah, so then the other one has to fit. Yeah, it's these little details that people really enjoy. All these little tiny things that we do to make it special. And it's really not that big a deal, but people that don't do this kind of stuff, they don't know that. Okay, and there should be approximately 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And if it doesn't measure out to be 1/8 of an inch, what do I always say? That's okay. So then next, let's tackle these. See how good that looks already? It looks like a fancy schmancy envelope. I think I'm gonna use my big 3.5 by 12 inch pieces. Wonder, maybe, let's see, maybe I should have done this. I like this for the 2 side pieces. Yep, and then I like this for the photo part. Okay. Excuse me. So I'm going to put the template down on here again and trace it out. This time is for the outside of the envelope. The weather's changing here, so it's wreaking havoc on everybody's allergies and stuff. So that's gonna go there like that. And then this gray piece I'm going to do, and this doesn't matter because there's no pattern like a direction. So usually you want to take your time and get it just right, but I don't guess it really matters. Let's just do it like that. Okay, I'll put these templates up before they get lost, because when you're working on stuff like this, you tend to get stuff everywhere. Okay. So I'm going to ink these two up. I could have waited and saved all my ink, and oh, I still need to cut one more piece. The flap. Let me get this going first. Oh, it also occurred to me, you know, I've already glued this down, right? Well, if you've ever wanted to, after the fact, do something, it's even been a minute. Let me see if I can prod it. I can. So what I'm doing, I'm taking this off because I think I'm going to do a magnet. That's one of the things about the, this is a Cricut tool. It's just a flat, I don't even have a Cricut, but I wanted one of these flat spatula looking dudes so I can do just that. Alright, let me get my magnets back out again. I'm going to run out of magnets here in a minute. And get a post-it note. I do that because they're so strong. They do not like to let go of each other. Well, let's try this again. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing with my, if I can find it, scor-tape. I'm going to cut off a piece. So that I can use it on the back side of this magnet. And on the back side of this magnet. Okay. Should have known that wasn't going to work. So I think what I'm going to do is I want it to be on this flap. So I'm going to stick it down right there. I'm going to remove the tape off of this one. And I'm going to just fold that down real quick. And it should stay. It did. Okay. Now I should be able to put this piece back on. Add some more glue. See, this is really not the Fabri-Tac. It's really good that way. It gives you time to where you can peel it back up. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's obviously a lot easier to, plan ahead than it is to do what I just did. But if any of you all are like me, you don't plan ahead as well as you should. I got that on there, look. Can you believe that? Well, I guess the Fabri-Tac snatched onto it pretty quick. Okay, I'm going to glue this piece down. Just like that. And then I'm going to figure out which ones these go to. Nope, it goes over there. It would be so special to receive a book like this, or even a card with an envelope this fancy, you know, with all the mats and the time and the detail that you put into it to make it beautiful. I don't know why I just glued that lid back, or screwed that lid back on there. I'm going to need it. Just like that. And then I'm going to glue it up. My Fabri-Tac is not being good. It's being bad. If glue can be bad. See? It's just stringing everywhere. I've got an eraser. I'm going to take that, a glue eraser. Hopefully I can get enough of that up. Okay. Hopefully I didn't make too big of a mess. Maybe I'm not making you watch this. Alright, so now I need to do... that always makes me happy. Alright, this one is going in a certain pocket. So the pocket's pink. And let's see, what can I do? What can I do? So since this isn't directional, the paper isn't, we'll just lay it down any which way. Now I can put that template up. Okay, so I'm going to ink her up. There we go. Just like that. There's that cute little envelope. And then the tags that go in here are right here. Yep, I'm pretty sure those are the tags. And I have a template for that too. Let me grab it. Here's the templates for the inserts. And this one, this is how they look. Not this way, not with the black edges and the black writing. This is exactly how they look. They have the brown edges and the black writing does print on the template. So this one will leave 1/4 of an inch of a border, but it will also allow me to use my cutoff pieces. So I'm going to use that one. Oh, I need this one too. And I just kind of need to pick, maybe not the, that might actually work just fine. Why not? So you just lay it down. So all you really need to do is measure 1. What? There it is. And then you can cut them at the same time. So one side will be that. Is this big enough? Yep. One side will be that. Well, why not? Let's just match it up. You don't have to do all 4 sizes. I just thought it would be fun. And then what about that? Oh, that one I might have to do a little bit more. Okay. And I'm going to trim them up. Alright, I'm going to ink them up and I'm going to attach them to there and I'll be back. Okay, I got these two, both of these inserts covered, but I wanted to show you how to use this curly template. even, I'll use one with the template, the add-on template, and then I'll do the other with the just using the insert as a template. So first I'm just going to lay this on here. This is using the add-on template, and I'm going to trace. So that was pretty simple. Cut it out. This is using the large cutoff piece. So that will go on this side like so, just like that. And then to mat this side, instead of using the add-on template, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it. I'm going to start down here. I'm going to place the actual insert onto the 3.5 inch wide piece, and I'm going to try to center it to where there's 1/8 of an inch on each side. It may not work out 100% perfect, but that's okay too. And then you just want to trace it. So that's what you do if you didn't get the add-on templates. And you may need to make a do, because I didn't take into consideration that there needs to be an 8-inch gap at the bottom too. So I'm just going to freehand that. Just like that. Easy peasy. Okay. I'm going to ink these up. Alright, so I got that one all inked up and matted. So these two inserts are going to go inside here. I think I want to. I like that greenish, bluish. Polka dot. What is that called? Like a teal color, or an aqua, or something like that. So those fit in there just nicely. And then that magnet there. So I'm going to stick that in this pocket right here, which is that flat pocket right there. I was gonna stick this in here too, but it's kind of tight. Maybe I'll put this somewhere else. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick it over here in this already made stuff and already printed out stuff. Well, okay, I think I might call this one done for now. I added a few things. I added a little tab to the insert there, and then I added this little thing that comes with the printable that was in my scraps and stuff that from when I printed it off, and that was the only thing I really added, I think. No, I added this insert here on the side. Yeah, and that insert's right there. It's hidden. I don't know why it keeps sinking down in there, but there's that insert. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video now, this video now, and I think I will come back maybe and do the covers and do some extra stuff on the inside as a special video. I just wanted to kind of show you the basics of how the template goes together and how easy it is to work with and how versatile it can be. So for now, I'm going to be finished with this one. I've got lots of scraps to play with to make all kinds of fun embellishments. Maybe I'll do the ornaments and show you how I did all of that. So I'll do another video finishing this up. I don't know if it'll be the next one, but maybe I'll move on to the next album. I just really want to show you all the different cool stuff in this template. And the only really way to show you how awesome it is to make one with you. So, so maybe later I'll do like a whole video where I'm doing the covers and stuff. So we'll have to see. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. All of the links will be in the description box below. Direct links to the listing for the templates will be in the description box below. Remember, you get the plain template, you get the pattern of your choice, and right now what's available is polka dot and distressed stripe. And then in January, this is December, so in January I'll release 2 more patterns in this template. And then you get the instruction manual. You do not get, the only thing you do not get when you purchase this template is the add-on mats, so that you can mat your envelopes and stuff like that. And that's it. So until next video.